Hello, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm going to talk about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch. Now, the first time I was introduced to either one of these characters was in the cartoon series Avengers United They Stand, when I was first introduced to the Scarlet Witch. And this was back in 1999, and I was 13 years old at the time. Now, as for Quicksilver, my first introduction to him was in the cartoon series X Men Evolution. And he was a part of the Brotherhood of Mutants. Eventually, in season 2, Scarlet Witch did appear. And yeah, I did see an episode, not a whole episode, but there was a scene with those two together. Well, anyway, eventually I did read a reprint of the issue where both Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver first appeared. This was when they were first part of Magneto's Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. Oh, and also I think it was in summer of 2005 where I read this like X-Men encyclopedia that has information of almost every mutant character from Marvel Comics uh, so far. Yes, and see. Oh yes, for the powers, where for Wanda, yes, her name Scarlet Witch. Her name is Wanda Maximoff, and Quicksilver is Pietro Maximoff, and well, they're both brother and sister, as well as twins. Yes, and well, Quicksilver, his power is super speed, and for the Scarlet Witch, her powers are well, I think it's called hexing. It's kind of like some kind of magical thing. But anyway, oh yes, and then eventually I learned that both Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are the son and daughter of Magneto. And well, what happened was that well, when people in a European country saw Scarlet Witch using her powers, they all started to go after her because they accused her of being a witch, and then Magneto came and saved them and offered Wanda a place in his team. And well, because of the death she's in, she decided to join. And Pedro, he joined along with him, since he wants his sister and all. And when I was reading digital copies of the um, original X Men comic book series online, I think it was back in 2022, but uh, yes, fine. Maybe it was 2021, but anyway, yeah, there were the stories of there were many like attempts for Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch to leave the Brotherhood, but Magneto would always remind Wanda about the death she saw him, and yeah, decided. But eventually, both Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, they had enough and left the Brotherhood, but they didn't join the X Men either. They just decided to, stop with the fighting altogether. But then eventually they decided to use their powers for good and eventually join the Avengers. Oh, also, the first time I read a comic book with a Scarlet Witch in it, or at least anything that has to do with her, well, this was during the House of M saga when the Scarlet Witch she went yes she went crazy and then used her powers to alter reality, and so mutants became the superior beings and humans became the oppressive class. But eventually, Wanda came to her senses and put everything back to the way it was. But still, there was, second intention. In other words, see, oh, and also, and then came, both Quicksilver's and Scarlet Witch's first live action appearance. And well, I remember finding an article about it, and I was surprised because you see, in the comic books, both Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch are mutants, and the children of Magneto. But of course, you see, at the time, Fox had the rights to X Men and any Marvel mutant related characters. But of course, in the history of in the editorial history of the characters, they were most along with the Avengers. So an agreement, came in that well, Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch can be in the MCU, but they cannot be referred to as mutants or the children of Magneto. And then eventually I did saw the first live action appearance in theaters, and it was no, not in theaters. It was in the Captain America Winter Soldier DVD. Yes, that's when I first saw them, and they referred to as the twins. And then came the movie Age of Ultron, where Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch finally got more screen time. Of course, eventually in the final battle, Quicksilver got killed. Now, as for the X Men movies, well, Quicksilver he made his first live action X Men movie appearance in Days of Future Past. Only his name wasn't Pietro; it was Peter, and he appeared in. Afterwards, he appeared in X Men Apocalypse and Dark Phoenix. And that was the last time I saw Quicksilver in a movie in theaters. As for Scarlet Witch, well, after Age of Ultron, she would appear in, see, Captain America Winter Soldier, and see. Oh no, I said that already. Sorry, I mean Captain America Civil War, yes, and then let's see. Then we have Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, and that was the last time I. Oh, no, not yet. So yes, well, and then came the TV series WandaVision, which had both Scarlet Witch and Vision living life like the classic sitcoms, kind of like the ones that used to wear Naked Night back when I was growing up. And well, eventually, it turns out that it was all an illusion that was caused by Wanda because she sort of missed Vision and wished for a happy life. But then eventually she released the people of the town that she was hexing, and well, she had to go and find something, think things over. And then came the movie Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, where Scarlet Witch she was trying to reunite with the son she has in WandaVision, although they weren't real in you know the universe. However, she revealed that they did exist in other universes. But eventually, Doctor Strange put a stop to what she was doing because of the problems it was causing. And that was the last time I saw Scarlet Witch in a movie in theaters. So oh, I forgot to mention that in WandaVision, Quicksilver did appear, but it wasn't the actor who played him in Age of Ultron, but it was the one from the X movies. Yes. Well, yeah. Anyway, I oh, and also in a comic book I read a few years ago, well, there was gonna this moment where Wanda she tried to something about bloodline, and then well, it was a hint that it could be possible that Magneto is probably wasn't the father of Scarlet Witch or Quicksilver after all. Of course, I haven't read anything they have in other words, to make any kind of statements, official. But well, anyway, I think that's all I can say about Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch in this video. And also, please subscribe to my channel because it will help me a lot. And also, please share this video on social media like Facebook, Twitter, or whatever. So that's it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.